Why do so many D&D campaigns crash and burn before the real adventure begins? Session 0 is the best tool GMs can use to avoid total party disaster. The reason some campaigns last for years is because the GM and players are all on the same page. If you've been playing with the same group for a while, you probably already know what everyone wants from the game, right? But the truth is, even the closest groups have different expectations, playstyles, and boundaries. In this video, we're going to break down 4 ways you can use Roll20 before playing that will guarantee your next campaign is your best yet. First, character and party setup. Introduce your players to the world you've created and any relevant plot points they can tie their character backstories to. On Roll20, you can create private backstory handouts that only you and your player can see. Just go to the handouts section, create a new one, and adjust the permissions so only that player has access. Now, your rogue's secret past or the warlock's hidden patron stays between you two, till it's time for a big reveal. When players feel like their backstory matters, they engage with the world in a whole new way. A backstory pulls your players into the story, but what about character creation? Certain character options may not be a great fit for your game, and that's okay. With content sharing in the character builder, if you own any rulebooks or expansions on Roll20, you can share them with your group. Go to Game Settings, toggle Content Sharing on, and select which sources you'd like to share. Save your changes, and now your whole party has access to shared rulebooks, subclasses, and spells right in the character builder. The D&D 2024 character builder lets your players set up a character in minutes. Even if you're playing in person, you can use Roll20 characters to set up a sheet you can take on the go. Then you can import it back into a VTT game if you're hopping into online play. But even the best characters won't save you if the group doesn't work together. Let's fix that with table expectations and safety. In Roll20, you can use handouts to list out key table rules, like whether PvP is allowed, how you'll handle splitting the party, the game's themes, or what kind of technology use is expected. Add all of these to a handout and click Share with Players at the start of the game so everyone sees it up front. When players know the vibe of the game ahead of time, they buy in faster and inter-party conflicts drop dramatically. This is also a good time to cover lines and veils, or what topics should absolutely not be brought into the game and what topics can be alluded to but not shown directly on screen. We have a free lines and veils checklist you can create a copy of below for your group. Boundaries don't stop here. Sometimes you need a safety net during the game too. And safety tools aren't just for sensitive topics. They make sure every player is having fun. You can add RPG safety tools by Evil Hat to your games for free. Navigate to your game and scroll down to Game Add-ons. In that box, type RPG Safety Tools and click Add. Launch your game, and under the Collections tab, make sure the RPG Safety Toolkit is set to Show. This will grant all of your players access to these cards. You can set up a macro to make it even easier for players to access this. Head to your game and the Collections tab and create a new macro. Third, type in a question mark and then 2 curly brackets. Within the brackets is where we'll enter our prompt, which safety card. Then we'll enter each safety card's name separated by a straight line. Fourth, we'll put a comma after each safety card's name and then enter the URL of that card's image. Make sure this is all on one line. Fifth, under Visible to Players, click All Players and save your changes. Toggle your macro to visible. And now your players can click the macro and easily trigger any of the safety cards with one click. An optional step is creating a separate handout for the safety cards that your players can easily reference so they know what each card means. You can link your macro here by hitting the URL button, then backtick, hash mark, and the name of your macro. Last but not least, don't forget you can whisper messages only your GM can see by typing /W and your GM's name into the chat. This makes sure everyone at the table is having fun, not just the loudest voices. That's the social side, but let's talk about making the game mechanics run more smoothly in the VTT. Every table has house rules, but if they're not recorded somewhere, they're easy to forget. Just like in step 2, you can use Roll20 handouts to keep a running list of homebrew rules and mechanics and share them with everyone in the group. That way, if someone forgets how crits work or if flanking gives an advantage, they can check instantly. Many character sheets on Roll20 allow you to customize your attack rolls or spells to fit these house rules. This keeps the game running smoothly and cuts down on mid-session rules debates. But if you really want to customize your Roll20 experience, macros and mods are where the magic happens. For a deeper dive into that, check out our masterclass series linked below. Even with the best tools in your arsenal, there's one campaign killer that we don't have as much control over: Scheduling conflicts. Roll20's built-in scheduling tools let you set a session time and date so your party always knows when you're playing next. Just go to the game page, schedule your next session, and we'll handle the rest. This keeps your players committed and helps you avoid the dreaded "when are we playing next" group chat. Set up session 0, get your players involved, and make this campaign your best one yet.